Welcome back to Sosnovka Sovkhoz, episode 40, multiplayer with Mr. CDP and Moominseal. On Bjornholm, I've got the T8, the tracked one, and I got the T6 on Westbridge Hills. I've got the T6 on this, but because I have just bought the Jenz, I'm just going to check it because I can never remember the actual name. Where are we? In forestry. I just bought the Jenz HEM, or HEM, 583Z wood chipper, which is outside. Now, that says it requires 250 horsepower to run and operate. And what I normally do is get JCBs for doing all of my forestry.
Okay.
So I went on there to buy. I've been doing some silaging as well. Did a bit of logging, done some silaging to have enough money to buy that, and then I thought, well, I need the tractor to operate it, so I was going to get a JCB. But I've done JCBs on Bjornholm, on Bjornholm, and I thought, really, I want to do something a bit different. So I bought the New Holland T8, the wheeled version.
I can see it.
Where?
Woo! I'm behind you.
Are you? You've come. You've. Okay. Anyway. So yes, the T8 with wheels. It still needs to have. It needs to have chunkier wheels, to be fair, at the front. But anyway, the T8. So got the T8. It's got a bit more oomph to it, and I thought rather than use a JCB, I'm going to use this. I'm going to grab the wood chipper, and we're going to go over to where we're doing the forestry to do a bit of wood chipping. I've been saying this for ages, and for those of you that haven't already noticed and heard her in the background, I am joined again by Moominseal, who is sitting next to us in the New Holland T6 160. So we're going to head over to do a bit of wood chipping. She's never done it before, so
Nope.
I'm going to try and work out the best way that we can do it together on this map. So it's not really going to be a tutorial, maybe a slight tutorial for her. But I've tried all different methods using the Jenz wood chipper, and realistically, I don't know. There are some good ways, some not so good ways. I've got loads of forestry equipment over there. Actually, I should have my beacons on, shouldn't I? And we'll head over. So if you just follow me.
Okie dokie.
This is a big track to be putting this, but anyway. It's got enough horsepower, plus it will come in handy for other stuff we do around the farm. Right, so what I'm going to do now is open this up, put the legs out, pipe out. That's going to hit the side of that. Whoops. That should tip into there. Fantastic. Now comes the slightly trickier job of... Can I remember how to do this? There we go.
What is that?
That is the arm for the crane. Now what I need to do, hopefully, is be able to feed logs in. Now it's in the right position. It's about getting in the right position for operating.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so what we're going to do is, I was just saying actually, what I'm hoping for in FS17 is going to be that if you can get mods, if you can do some wood chipping, then getting the Jenz, they do a Jenz with a longer conveyor belt. But also for wood chipping, you'll be able to, I think after seeing that gameplay clip the other day, you can plant the poplars, and there's that new header for the New Holland, or I suppose all the forage harvesters are going to have it, that can actually cut down poplars and wood chip them, which will be quite handy. So what we've got to work out now is how we're going to do this. I need to cut some trees down. Am I going to cut them into 8 metre lengths and we feed them in one at a time, or are we going to do whole trees? And the problem is, oh no, it has let me have my, normally a multiplayer, it won't let you have your chainsaw, but...
You get a hat on.
When? What, when you do the chainsaw?
Yeah. Oh my my god.
Cool. Right. So, turn this on. I need to put the auto help on because I need to know. Right. I'll do it for 8 metre lengths. Let's cut some trees down and then we'll work out about feeding them in. So I don't know whether or not to cut down a whole tree, strip it with a chainsaw and try and feed a whole tree in. That might work. Yeah, timber without killing you in the process, which would be quite handy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or do I just make a pile of logs and we just feed them in a bit at a time? I don't know. What do you think would be better?
I don't know, because I've never done this before. I don't know what would be better. You're running out of trees though, Dad.
I'm not running out of trees, believe me. Right, let's try this way first. I'm going to run 8 metre lengths through and we'll feed those in. Hopefully it'll lose the end bit. Nope. That's annoying. Because you can never do anything with those little bits. And what we'll also do is I'll do one as a whole tree and we'll see how we get on with that.
Okie dokie.
Fantastic. I mean, to be fair, it's a relatively short tree, this one, but...
And I've only just learned how to use the bucket on the telehandler. Oh, I'm not very good with attachments.
Aren't you? Well, that hasn't gone exactly to plan, has it? Let's be honest. Oh, I find it much easier doing it from behind. We're trying to get a decent view, but it's not really working. Right, lift that up. Right. So what I'm doing with this one is actually turn that off so it drops to the ground.
Go along with the chainsaw. Oh no, it's rolling, stop, no! I was gonna get stuck on this, oh, okay, maybe just stop anyway.
There we go. Okay, so let's jump out of the cab. I take it you haven't got a chainsaw, have you?
I do.
You're going to cut it? Oh, there you go, look, I see what you mean.
Okay, what do I have to do?
It's a good look. Turn it on and then you just run, keep it turned on and run right up the length.
What, do you have to press another button?
Hang on.
R1.
Right, turn it on. Press R1. You just run up the length of it with it on your finger on R1 and it takes off all the branches, or it should take off all the branches.
Okay.
Okay. There we go, there was obviously a few more underneath it, didn't quite catch. Okay. So put that away. Now what I need is, there we go, jump in the old telehandler. So, I'm going to try the full tree first. Try and get the right angle on this. Pick that up. Didn't quite catch that in the middle, but never mind. Try and avoid hitting that. Whoa, okay. Ah. What I kind of need to do is get to drop into that cradle like so. Try and turn it into the chipper a little bit, if I can. That should feed through. Right, jump out the telehandler. Now what you can do is... Oh, I've got the wrong... Oh, got the wrong header on this. That's stump grinder. Actually doesn't matter. Right, what I'll do is jump in this and turn it on. Then what I do is put that on it and try and feed it in. That tipping the whole thing over would be great. So I should start feeding. The problem I have got is when it gets past the end of this here, it might drop off. So I'll just hit back down a bit. Actually, that didn't go too bad, in all honesty. So that was with the whole tree. That went well, actually, better than I thought it was going to go. So, unfortunately, you have to have someone in the cab with it turned on. On PC versions, you can turn the wood chipper on and leave it running. On this one, you've got to be in the cab to have it running, which is a bit of a nuisance, in all honesty, but... See how we get on.
Wait, so do I just need to sit in there?
No, because well, it depends. I need to change the header on the skid steer. On the back of the low loader over there, the orange low loader, which is behind you.
Oh.
See the low loader? Not the the forestry one, the orange low loader in the background. Up on the top deck of that, there is another one of these manure grabber things. You need to swap out the stump grinder for that.
Okay. Well, this turns very quickly with the string.
It does.
Okay.
You have to be quite delicate with it.
Where do you want me to put the other one?
You can just leave it on the floor, it's fine. It's too far over.
This is very hard.
What is? Driving that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. Well, it can be a bit of a pain.
Okay.
Too far over. That might be better. So we get on now.
That's what I have to do.
Back into the tractor.
Oh my god. Great. Fell off. How do I just do this? Okay.
Should now feed itself in.
Oh my god. I'm very struggling.
You're very struggling. You're struggling? Or you're very struggling. Hey, we're making wood chips. It's all good. How many we're making and how quickly is a whole different ball game. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Are you? You're not convincing me. You alright?
Yeah?
You're just getting used to the
No,
controls?
my thing's doing that multiplayer thing where it like judders.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does it actually. I was watching. I think it was Dagwin. It might have been Sandy Sandy Bay. I'm trying to think of what he was doing the other day. And yeah, the implements are all doing it on the end. They're all wobbling about a bit. It's a bit peculiar when they do that. I don't know why, but anyway.
Very annoying. I've unplugged my steering wheel.
Oh, okay.
Just for the moment. Found it hard.
Forestry is hard using the steering wheel and stuff like this. I don't know why, it just is an absolute pain. So let's drag this up here and then turn that off so it drops it out.
Can I do it?
If you want to. Just go.
It's still rolling.
If it stops rolling.
Stop.
There we go.
Okay. Then do I hold R1?
Yep. You know what? It's interesting seeing that from a different perspective. I've cut trees down, I've stripped them myself loads of times. I've never actually seen it done from a different angle. Now, this is where it's going to get a bit more interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Firstly, I'm hoping this is going to pick it up. And I need to get it pretty much to find the centre of gravity on it, which is going to be a little bit trickier. So, what I'm going to do is try and find the centre of gravity, which is probably going to be around here. Could be wrong. We shall see. Let's open that up. And pick that up. Like so. That's actually not too bad, in all honesty. You whisper out there, but not in here. That's just genius. Okay, well, maybe. I don't know what we're doing for tea.
You're in a bush.
Yeah. That T6 is probably in the way, Emma.
Is it?
Moominseal.
Oh.
So what I've got to try and do is try and line this up if I can, which is going to prove a little bit harder than you'd think because it's quite long. Right. So what I'm going to do is put that down onto there like that. Now, because it's just sitting in this as almost like a cradle, like so, please say that should be okay for the time being. Right, jump out of there. I'm going to jump in this very, very quickly and just move the crane to sit, kind of hold it down a little bit, just ever so slightly. That should be okay. Stop it flipping up. Right, now comes the next part. What you need to do is jump into that. If you open up the grab at the end, open it up.
How do I do that? Nope, that's a different thing. How do I do it?
Should be R1 and open and L1 and your choice. There you go. Right, now what you've got to do is position that down here at the end, because you've got to actually, basically you're going to feed this in. You're going to come right onto the end here. Can come directly towards me onto the end of this. Try and get just underneath the end of the tree here and lift it. And you're going to force it into the chipper when the chipper's turned on. That's the other way of doing it. Very, very slowly. You might be stuck in the ground. Right, wait 1 second. How close to it are you? Should be there actually. Right. Right, stop there a second. Let me turn the wood chipper on. We'll try to guide you. So, let's turn this on. Right, what you've got to do now is try and force that forwards. Have you got the prong stuck in the ground?
Oh, maybe. Let me have a look. Yeah.
So basically you need to try and sort of force it forwards if you can. Try and find the end of it and try and force that forwards. There we go, that's it, gently. Keep coming forwards. What you're going to do is force it into the chipper. There you go. And you just keep driving forward ever so slowly. And what that's doing is forcing it right through the chipper. Fantastic. And that's the problem, the end bits, the spindly bits on the end, it doesn't really kind of register for the chipper, and it just kind of, it does that, it disappears. Yeah. So,
next one.
Yeah, so there's these, we've still got these short ones to go over here though.
Oh, okay, let's do that.
And you can pick them up with yours as well as I can, so if you want to, use your grab at the end, you can pick them up, try and get them dead centre. If you grab them up in the middle, you should be able to lift them and bring them over to the wood chipper as well. Now lower it. That's it, lower it. Okay, right, let me just get the crane on top of it if I can. Right, if you come down, you might want to come down. You know what? There we go. Let's see.
Do I need to get the other thing?
You might be at a funny angle. Yeah, that's it, straight up it, that's it. Let's try that, shall we? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Right, now let's try this again. This should not be taking this long. We'll get there. This should fill up though. Wow, that's a nice noise. Okay, right. Got that lifted. Well, that should... Right, jump out the telehandler and jump into the tractor. Excuse me. Right, you turn it on by pressing square. Right, now I'll just feed this in. So it should be going through the clamp of the telehandler.
Yeah.
And I'll just gradually, if I can, keep feeding this in. There we go. Oh, is it taking it on its own? So that's going to drop off in a minute.
Is it?
Might do. Oh no, still taking it. Oh, fair enough, that's pretty cool. Wow, okay, that was impressive. Right, jump out of there. Jump in the lorry. What did you say it was on? You said it was on 52?
Yeah.
It's only on 43 now.
How's that possible? It said 52.
Well, it's not, so... I don't know. Will you jump in it and see if you get something different then? That's weird, I don't understand that.
Mine's saying 74.
What? So, are you talking about percent, Emma?
Yeah.
No. How many litres?
43. What?
I didn't want the percentage full. I wanted how many litres full it was.
You didn't say that.
Okay then. Well, then I'm an idiot. So okay, we need to do more than that then, because we're not full yet. Right. What time are we looking at? I think what we're going to have to do is drive this on over to sell at the wood chipping. That will be at the, where are we? The biomass heating plant, which is over by the freight yard and the mill. So do you want to drive a tractor or drive the truck? What do you want to do?
Tractor.
You're going to come following the T6?
Yes.
Right, so for any of you watching, it's been interesting. We've tried various different methods. I wouldn't say any of them are foolproof or any of them have worked particularly well, but they have worked. We've managed to get wood chips into the lorry train, haven't we?
Yes.
Okay then. Thanks for your input. Right, let's jump into here. Let's get these beacons on, and off we go. Let's sell what we've got. It's not a full load, but we'll sell what we've got and see what we make out of it. Let's go down here. Now, hopefully, we'll get there in time before our kind of recording time runs out. That's what I'm hoping. We've got 43,000 litres. That's not bad. I was hoping to get a full load, but it's not a problem. Still back there? Excellent. Sheep looking quite happy. Grazing away. Our field of grass cutting from the previous, whatever it was. Actually, that needs windrowing, doesn't it? We'll need to do that at some point, because we left it. Or do a second cut on it. That might not be a bad idea. We'll do that at some point. I think we've probably got enough footage here edited together for an episode. Maybe quite a longish episode, but we should be able to. So, for those of you at home... At home? What am I talking about? Wherever you are. Anyway, I've never said that before. That's a bit peculiar. If you like the episode, and give us a like. It wasn't the neatest or cleanest of jobs you're ever going to see. Where am I dropping this off? Once you start cutting trees and generate wood chips, you can sell them here. Okay. I assume... Where am I doing it? Is it lumber here? It can't be here, surely. That's got to be for lumber, hasn't it? Yeah, it's not giving me the sell thing. It's got to be over here. If you like the episode, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to share the video, by all means, share the video. I'm not sure why you would want to share it. There we go, that's the tipping point. But you might want to share it, who knows. Check out my other videos. We've got gameplay series on Bjornholm. We've got gameplay series on Westbridge Hills. There's a few multiplayers here and there with the help of Moominseal. We'll probably do some more on here actually. We've only got, 2 weeks exactly today to the release of FS17. We both have pre-ordered the premium edition.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. We are putting screenshots on Facebook regularly. I have a Facebook page. So screenshots go on there, as well as links to the video clips. I will sell this and see what we make. Can't see what we made. 50-something thousand. That's not bad at all, actually. Quite happy with that. That's not bad considering we didn't have a full load. 50,000. Anyway, let's turn the beacons off. So that's us done for today's episode. And as always, whatever you decide to do, what are we going to say, Moominseal?
Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.